Frank Castle, a former Marine in Special Forces, is known to be dead. Before he did, he lost his wife and children, and according to his best buddy, the system let him down. But contrary to what even he wanted, he is alive.
You got the wrong guy.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Unless I'm not talking to Frank Castle?
And his whole plan to live the rest of his life in miserable solitude changes when he meets the hacker Micro, who was also meant to be put to death after he served the government via a secret project. The encounter makes him realize that what happened to him and his family was actually planned by people he served who no longer saw any use in him. People on top. Thus, the Punisher returns to take revenge on people who wouldn't be reached through the laws of the corrupt system. But is it the series for you? I mean, rarely do we get to see anything this dark from MCU, and when I say dark, I mean dark. I mean, between my friends, I watched the weirdest stuff, and still there were multiple times during the fight scenes or the torture scenes that I just couldn't take it. I would just skip the scenes, watch the end, and move on. Brutal is an understatement from what you can expect from the Punisher. So if you're constantly fighting with the urge to punch people in the faces, this might actually tame you. To be honest, this series was way beyond my comfort zone, mostly in terms of characters and their interactions. If they had given me the position to write the script, the characters would have ended up either happily married or struggling to find their identity after they had found redemption. A couple of casualties thrown in to deliver the brutality promised. And if you've watched even one episode of this series, you know how dumb that sounds. Both seasons concentrate on trauma and the PTSD of the people who serve in the military. It's basically the ugliest version of the world you live in. Also, one more reason to feel hollowed out after you finish binge watching the series. And the infrequent chances of redemption thrown in instantly get thrown out the window. You remember those classical bad guys who just couldn't resist being bad? Unfortunately, I have met them too. A couple of years ago, we were shooting this short video to be the teaser for the athletic play I was playing in. And we were supposed to run toward the spot and then jump up and do weird stuff. And while we were running, the actress next to me hit me with her elbow. And when we were done shooting, she literally said,
"She hasn't hit me."
I so did not. And this is very related. Anyway, not my favorite type of a villain. But it will come with enough surprises if you don't do any kind of research before starting watching it. That would throw you off completely. Something that I believe anybody deserves to know is the fact that you need to kill your desire for love before you stream this.
You mean 26 episodes and nothing romantic?
Of course not. Sex and violence is the motto of the day when it comes to the Punisher. From early on, you can expect some sort of physical intimacy between certain characters, though with less chemistry from one side of the relationship. But I think you deserve to know that before anything real could form, it all ends. In fact, the exact episode that I finally became interested in all of the characters. Why did it take me so long? Because this series included so many characters that felt kind of unrelated, and each one had their own separate journey, all telling the story of PTSD until some incidents connected them all and made one whole journey, one whole story out of all of them and what they were bringing to the table. Overall, this wasn't my cup of tea, but it still hooked me to watch the whole thing in 1 week. Good production, amazing acting, and if you can sit through the first 2 episodes without needing another pair of hands, you're good to go. They also included some people of color characters.
Yes, but we didn't take sides.
About how accurate they were, since I share the same heritage with them. I would like to discuss that in a separate video, but I would take you with me throughout the whole series so we can analyze and have fun. So if you don't want to miss my next video, please click on the bell icon near the subscribe button so we can be notified. Here on Shahzad Stories channel, we discuss everything bookish, adaptations, and the cultural side of them soon. I'm Shahzad, and I need to go and stitch myself up, so go. Bye.